By the 19th century, Great Britain had become the dominant political power on the subcontinent, and India was seen as a jewel in the crown of the British Empire. The British Indian Army played a vital role in both world wars. Years of non-violent resistance to the British rule, led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, many others, eventually resulted in Indian independence in 1947. Large scale communal violence took place before and after the subcontinent partition into two separate states, India and Pakistan. Territorial dispute over the Kashmir region sparked two of the three major Indo-Pakistani wars in 1947 and 1965 and a limited war in 1999. Although both countries have maintained a fragile ceasefire since 2003, they regularly exchange fire across the contested border known as the Line of Control. Present day India owes an immeasurable debt of gratitude to the vision, tact, diplomacy, and pragmatic approach of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the indomitable man who integrated 562 princely states with the Union of India and prevented the balkanization of the newly independent country. Patel, India's first deputy prime minister and the minister of home affairs, would not just handle this problem with deftness and dexterity, but would go on truly become the architect of modern India. Some of the major achievements that India gained after independence are right to vote. India's first general elections were conducted in 1951. Jawaharlal Nehru became India's first Prime Minister. India hosted the first ever Asian Games in the year 1951 in New Delhi. India designed and built Asia's first nuclear reactor, Apsara nuclear reactor, on August 4, 1956. Mother India was the first Indian movie to be nominated for the Best Foreign Language Film Oscar in 1958. In 1960, Green Revolution in India saw an increase in the food grain production. 14 banks were nationalized by the government on July 19, 1969. In 1970, India saw White Revolution, world's biggest dairy development program. India and Pakistan signed the pact in 1972 to settle their differences by peaceful means through bilateral negotiation after the liberation of Bangladesh. Chipko Andolan was a forest conservation movement in India. Pokhran first, India conducted its first nuclear test, codenamed Smiling Buddha. First Indian satellite made was Aryabhatta. In 1983, India lifted the first World Cup, defeating the West Indies. India sends man into space in 1984. Rakesh Sharma was the first astronaut to join the space mission with the Soviet Union. In 1987, Cricket World Cup was held in India and Pakistan, the first tournament to be held outside England. In 1991, Indian economy opened the doors for the free trade by the foreign investors. Pokhran 2. India conducted a series of 5 nuclear bomb testers at Pokhran, Rajasthan, codenamed Operation Shakti. It led India becoming a full-fledged nuclear state. 1999 Kargil War. India launched Operation Vijay after Pakistani forces infiltrated inside LOC. The war ended in July, with India successfully recapturing the Tiger Hills. India successfully launched Chandrayaan in October 2008 to explore the moon. Abhinav Bindra won the gold medal in 10-meter air rifle event at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. On November 5, 2013, Indian Space Research Organization successfully launched Mars Orbiter mission to probe Mars. Jammu and Kashmir bifurcation and end of special status. On August 6, 2019, Parliament passed a bill dividing Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. On the night of 15th August 1947, the first Prime Minister of independent India, Jawaharlal Nehru, said, "At the stroke of the midnight hour, India will awake to life and freedom when the world sleeps." These words aptly capture the struggle and happiness of newly independent India as it finally managed to free itself from the clutches of the British rule. Independence Day is significant as it commemorates the valor and spirit of freedom fighters who fought for nation's independence from the British rule. Indian nationalism is an illustration of territorial nationalism, which is all encompassing of all people of India despite their diverse ethnic, linguistic, and religious background. On the 76th Independence Day, let us remember that India's achievements through the ages as it moves to the path of development.